How to keep her around longer than 1 month. I know so many guys, and I've seen so many situations, and I have experienced so many potential relationships that have ended within the first month because of these core concepts I'm going to teach you in today's video. Without these, it's really a balancing act between two things that you must do to maintain a relationship with a woman and to build the attraction long term so you can have a real relationship with her and make her your girlfriend. Many men skip steps. They skip and try to make things happen faster because they get emotionally invested quickly. I think women, they actually don't emotionally invest in a man very quickly. But men, we can literally see a woman on the TV and see her physically and think, I would marry her. We skip all the steps mentally and go to marriage. That is so deep into a relationship usually, and we're thinking about it from day one. We're thinking about it from hour one, right? Women aren't like that. When women go on a first date with a guy, for example, their thought process, and we should maintain this same thought process. It's really a smart way to look at a first date. Their thought process is, I just want to see where this goes. I just want to see what he's like. I just want to get to know him. I just want to experience this guy and see if he's cool. That's it. They're just going to see. We are like, we're going in, we're already thinking about dating her, we're thinking about kids, marriage, what we're gonna do 5 years from now, the places we'll go visit and travel, and we know nothing about her. We've just seen her and thought, wow, she's so beautiful. I want to marry her. I want to have kids with her. We go so deep so quick. And then it starts to show. And if it shows to the woman, she'll think, oh, he's so invested in me so early on. I'm uncomfortable. He's way ahead of me right now. And I don't know if I really want this long term. So I'm going to back off. And that's when you get ghosted. That's when you get broken up with. That's when you just get the talk, right? Or the text. That's when you get the text. So the way to maintain this in the early stages, there's two things you have to balance with the woman. And these actually, I should say that this balancing act never actually ends. You will continue doing these throughout the entire relationship, even into marriage. It never changes. Men have this thought process that I need to court her, court her, court her until we get married, then the courtship is over. That is not the case. Courting her is the relationship. You never stop. So if you're not good at courting or you don't like it, you better learn to like it because it will. If you stop it, you will lose her, and that's how so many. If you've ever seen a guy who's been married 4 times, you wonder how do they even get to the marriage point because they get there by courting her, and then once they get there, then they stop courting her. Then they start getting lazy. Then they start to do. Then they stop this balancing act I'm going to teach you in this video, and they lose the girl and they get divorced and it's all from this balancing act, but it really shows up strongly in the early stages of the dating, in the early stages of the courtship. So, one side of the balancing act is that you must build attraction with her. And there's a certain way to do that. And then the other side is you must build connection with her. The problem is that guys will do all attraction, no connection, or all connection, no attraction. So let's talk about attraction first. Building attraction with a woman is actually it's being I don't know how better to describe this, but I'm going to give it in a more detail is it's kind of being a dick. It's kind of not caring. It's kind of being nonchalant. So this is teasing, this is flirting, this is making jokes about things. This is not taking the relationship too seriously. And what this does, it kind of creates this push and pull. And it creates emotions in her. It creates positive and negative emotions. And that storm of emotions that she's experiencing, that creates attraction. They want to experience these emotions. They want to be upset. They want to cry. They feel good when they do that. They like it. So when you make them feel these emotions, positive and negative, and they feel connected to you, they fall in love with you. That is what they fall in love with, the way they feel with you, the way they feel safe, seen, understood, and the way they feel this immense storm of emotions safely. They're like, oh my gosh, this guy is making me feel things I don't get to feel usually. I love this. I want to keep spending time with him. So the attraction building process is making her feel a little bit more of those negative emotions. It's being a little bit nonchalant. Now there's times to do that and times not to. Like if her grandmother passes away and being like, yeah, whatever, like making a joke, teasing her about it, or playing it off like it's no big deal. That is not the time to be building attraction. That's the time to be building connection, right? Her grandmother died. Okay? That's a serious thing that doesn't happen that often, and it does damage someone's life and hurt someone truly, and they grieve. And so that is not the time to be building attraction. That's the time to be building connection. The other side of this, which when guys do this too much, that's how you get nice guys, where they never create negative emotions. They only try to create positive emotions. They only connect. They only speak logically to the girl. They only talk about the serious things in our lives and have serious conversations where they never throw in a little bit of teasing or flirting, which is what builds the attraction in the girl because she feels all this storm of emotions with you. She laughs and has fun, and in like an attraction building way, like in this friction and in intensity that you create by being a bit of a dick. It's okay to be a bit of a dick, a bit of an asshole with the girl. They like it. If you do it too much, again, then you're just a um the word in Spanish comes to mind. It's mujeriego. You're just a lady killer. You're just an asshole, right? You're an asshole. You're a flirt. You're a tease. You're not serious. You're not a real partner. You just want to have sex, basically. That's all you do when you just constantly tease and flirt and never try to build any connection with the girl. So then you have to come back to the other side where you're a little nicer, where you build a little bit of connection, where you talk about your experiences with things, where you talk about her experience, where you have serious conversations, where you actually get to know the girl and she gets to know you. And then you mix in a little bit of teasing and flirting, and you do this forever. This is dating. This is just what it is. And it never ends. This is the courtship. But especially early on into the process, so I'll tell you what ruins those relationships early on is usually guys do too much connecting. If they do too much, again, they do one or the other. So they either do too much of the asshole stuff, so the girl's like, okay, he just wants to sleep with me all the time. That's all this is. I'm not important to him. He doesn't care about me, right? Everything is just nonchalant. I don't care. Tease, flirt, whatever. No serious conversations. So this dude's an asshole. I can't date him. They break up with you. Or the other one, which is you're too nice and you're too emotionally invested too early. So you're asking her like serious questions. Like you're like she tells you, I want to be a dancer. You're like, okay, and then like a couple days goes by and you're like, have you practiced any dancing? And she's like, no, I haven't for the past few days because I've just been, busy with this. Well, if you never practice any dancing, you're never gonna be a dancer. So, baby, I want to like help you. I want to like be there to support you so that you can become a dancer. I think you should go out and be practicing your dancing. She's gonna be like, whoa, 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 you are not my boyfriend. You should not be showing me all of this accountability and this leadership. Like, I'm not asking for any of this. This is like the eighth time we've hung out. We've had sex a few times. We've gone on a few dates, but I don't know you that well. So I'm not in a position to be committed, to be exclusive with you, and to be having these conversations and have you this deep into my life. Okay, I'm not ready for all of that. And so that's why you have to balance between the two. But again, once you get into a serious relationship with the girl, you might lean a little bit more to the connection, but you still have to tease and flirt. You still have to court her. You still have to attract her. She will lose attraction for you. I'm sorry, guys. I know we wish as men that it would just be like it's like getting a job, right? You get the job, you get good at the job, and then the job is smooth sailing easy, right? And that's what we want with the girl, but that's not dating. That's not relationships. That's not how it works. In fact, you have to keep courting the girl all the way up until you die. Unfortunately for you, you have to learn that this back and forth, this balancing act, never ends. It's especially important in the first month. You can kind of play with it a little bit later. You can be a little bit more connected, a little bit more serious, have more serious conversations. Obviously, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys are moving in together. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're having kids. You're deeper, deeper, deeper into the relationship, and you've built a deep connection and love for each other. But you still gotta tease her. You still gotta flirt with her. You still gotta like piss her off sometimes, and you gotta deal with her storms of emotion. And if you're not sure how to deal with those when she wants to just argue with you and she's angry, I actually am making another video about what to do when she argues with you and why she likes to argue with you. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. If you're struggling with meeting women, if you're struggling with attracting women and getting through that first month, and especially just like meeting new women and building that attraction, getting on dates and having the dating life of your dreams or meeting the woman of your dreams, then you can schedule a call at the link below to work with me one-on-one, and we can overcome these challenges for you, change your life, and get those women into your life so that you can have the dating life that you truly deserve and desire. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.